Nursing is a very, very challenging job. It's also the best job in the world.
Every day of every week, of every month, we're here caring for people. Come rain or shine, night or day, we're in hospitals, in care homes, in the community, in the armed forces. It started with Ethel Fenwick, who spent 30 years campaigning for the state regulation of nursing and became nurse number 1 following the Nurses Registration Act 1919. 100 years later, we're still here, whenever we're needed. We're always caring, always nursing.
I've got nursing in my family and I wanted to help people and be kind and look after people.
My mum, who is also a qualified nurse, used to tell me all the stories that used to happen in her clinical areas.
I was very excited to get my PIN number so that I could practice as a registered nurse. I could deliver the care to the patients.
A career that will be able to touch lives and make a difference. Nursing is a tough job.
You work Christmases, you work weekends, you work nights, and you do that because you're caring for somebody. If you didn't love that, it wouldn't be a reason to get out of bed every day.
The contact with the patient is actually the most rewarding part, because even though they're in crisis, you've got a chance to make a difference and they see that.
She grabbed me and hugged me and thanked me for the care that I had been providing to her mother. We're the ones that get to be there and step into these awful situations and make them better.
Yes, it's not easy, and it shouldn't be easy, actually, because it's a real privilege to care for people.
Being a critical care nurse, you are not with the same patients all the time, which means you are faced with different challenges.
The most fulfilling moment is you come with your team, the doctors, the nurses, and we work with that child, and all of a sudden you see them perk up. And this little child or baby that was lying completely flat begins to respond to mummy's voice, and that is so rewarding.
Nursing has changed drastically in the past 100 years.
Today it's more about being person-centred and working with that one patient and following that care right through. The other side of it, I would say, is that it's become a graduate profession. We're bringing up nurses now who are so skilled, and the knowledge they have is phenomenal.
We're busier than we've ever been before. They're definitely involved in more strategic thinking than what they were previously.
And perhaps a lot more things that previously would have been carried out by doctors. We're running nurse-led units, running nurse-led clinics. Some are prescribing. We're constantly advancing and constantly evolving.
A lot is asked of nurses now, and the changes just reflect how nurses adapt to changing times. Nurses are the constant in all of that, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
When you're sick, you are in a vulnerable position, and so for somebody to come along and just speak to you in a kind voice and to show you that care and that kindness and that compassion, then all of a sudden you begin to feel safe.
What you do does actually make a difference. You are actually making people's lives better and making them feel better and able to return home.
The smiles on my patients' faces and their relatives, it's priceless.
I think the most important thing is that we never forget that right at the heart is the patient.
Care and compassion have always been the essential characteristics of nursing. But it's the experience and expertise too that make it one of the UK's most trusted professions. Most of us will experience a nurse's care, often at difficult times in our lives. We'll discover that nursing means upholding consistent quality care. But it also means holding someone's hand, playing with a sick child, or comforting a worried parent. This year, we celebrate 100 years of professional pride and say thank you to those who are always caring, always nursing.